Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Arizona Diamondbacks. First pitch coming your way next. Our starting pitcher in this one, Zach Gallen. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Now into the game, Jorge Barrosa. He'll be patrolling center field. Coming up on the first pitch, here's Shohei Ohtani. And this one is off and running. Here comes the 0-1. Chop to the right side, and it goes just foul. Fights it off, you'll see another. There's a swing and a drive. The first batter of the game leaves the yard, and the Dodgers have the lead. It's 1-0.
Shohei leaves his mark on every game he plays, and he's done it again with the home run. Well, we see this so much more today. Lineups with pop in the leadoff spot, and it really puts the pitcher in a tough spot out there where he has to execute right away. You can't just get over a couple of strikes to settle in, get comfortable, because at the plate, that guy's looking to do exactly what he just did. Start the game off with a huge bang.
That one ripped. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner.
That play looks routine defensively, but with all of the little nooks, it can get real tricky down in the corner. Kept it to a long single. Nice defensive play.
And up next for Los Angeles, Marvin Holden. That's a laser base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and licked it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Muncy leaves the yard. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add to their lead. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, aggressive, and it paid off. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate when he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of his ballpark.
And next for LA, Jerry Holden. And that one hammered. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add a run. It's 5-0.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up the ballpark.
There's a swing and a drive. Into the corner. One of the things amazing with Zach, think about the players he's been traded with and for. In December of 17, he and Sandy Alcantara were dealt to Miami from the Cardinals for Marcell Ozuna. Then ultimately in July of 19, he went to Arizona for Jazz Chisholm. What a way. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. And here's the catcher, Daisuke Yamaguchi, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. Four home runs in the first inning. Make that 4 homers in the inning, and they boost their lead. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, boy. We knew it wasn't coming back. When the low-back is fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient and waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Torey Lovullo is out of the dugout, and he's going to make a move here. Zach Gallen won't go any further. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Now on the mound for the Diamondbacks, Brandon Garcia.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Hard hit, left field, base hit. So they get a runner aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Stepping in, Raymond Sparks. Hard liner. Barosa, long run on his horse. Tracks it down for the out. And
wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time as that was a hard-hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Here's Ohtani, and he has a chance to homer for the second time this inning.
I'm sure it never crossed his mind and he'd get another chance to do that again in this inning, but here we are. Let's see if he can pull it off.
That one is absolutely belted. And forget it. Another homer. They are unloading here. Their 5th homer of the inning. And they add to the lead. It's 8-0.
For a guy with top-tier power, this is just another day at the office. Always a threat to send one out. I just don't know how you're supposed to pitch to him.
In the air to left center. Barosa on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. So they bat around and score 8 times to take the lead. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Dodgers 8 and the Diamondbacks nothing. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And on the hill here today, Shohei Ohtani. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. He'll also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Marte at the plate now, and that's strike 1. The 0-1. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's back there. Gone! That one felt good, and they cut into the deficit.
How in the world did he do that? That pitcher's outside the zone, and he still got it out of here. That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
This is Corbin Carroll. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And there's one down. Time to take a look at the Diamondbacks lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, against a talented pitcher, it's crucial to disrupt his rhythm. Use bunts to get him off the mound and moving around out there. If he's in a flow, step out and break his timing. When he throws in the zone, you might only get one pitch, so you don't want to miss it.
And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And you know, if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
Stays alive. Down. Went with the sweeper for the strike. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
I feel like that's one of those rules in baseball that's tough to explain the logic behind. If you're talking to a new fan or someone trying to learn the game, it's like, wait, what? The batter struck out, but he still gets to be on first base?
Yeah, I hear you. It's a weird one. Plus, the pitcher gets credit for the strikeout. It's an over for the batter. But, of course, no out is actually recorded. Kind of one of those, just trust me, let's move on situations. Reaching for it, makes the catch. Runner tagging for first.
That is this designated hitter, number 60.
And next is the designated hitter, Kelsey Katimer. This hitter with big-time power and an elite defender. Foul ball. Man at second. Driver to right field, way back, gone. Second home run of the inning for them. And they slice into the lead. It's 8-3.
Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
And first offering is fouled off. Nobody on. Check swing, called strike. And it's 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. On the ground, right side. And it finds its way through for a hit. And that extends the inning.
Just a simple ground ball the other way, but had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Now. Swing and a ground ball into the outfield base hit. And to avoid into dirt. And it can hang out to it. Almost a fantastic play.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And here defense. So this is his first trip to the plate in this one. And a foul ball. Two on, two outs. Popped up first base side. And that is that. But two round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 8-3. Top of the second, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Marvin Holden.
Number 5.
Line drive to short and caught. One pitch and one out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Rush to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. And that funky Muncy hits one out. His second home run of the game. And they tack on to their lead. It's 9-3.
Well, he's living up to his power-hitting reputation today, Boone. A second homer just confirms what we already knew about his ability to hit the ball a long way.
Torey Lovullo is out of the dugout, and he's going to make a move here. Brandon Garcia out of the game. And as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with a new pitcher after this break. So out of the pen for the Diamondbacks, Kevin Ginkel. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Jerry Holden steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He's already homered in this game. And that one hammered. And foul ball. And there's a fly ball deep right field. See you later. They go back to back. His second home run of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 10-3.
Well, we don't typically expect players to hit multiple home runs in the same game, but we're not talking about just anyone here. Absolutely locked in and continues to cash in with these swings.
That one to first. Takes it himself, and there's two away. Their third home run of the inning. And they add on. It's 11-3.
Boog. When you've got power like he does, hitting 2 home runs in the same game feels very doable. Dialed in and making the most of every swing out there.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Kevin Ginkel is done, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Number 67 gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
So 2 down, Christina Yamaguchi now at the plate. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Hit well, right field, way back, and gone. Another one. Back-to-back homers. And they boost their lead. It's 12-3.
Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Now we'll pull it to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. 4 runs on 4 hits, all of them solo homers. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Dodgers 12 and the Diamondbacks 3. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. We head to the bottom of the second. Leading off, Tommy Troy. And there's a foul ball. That's a strike, attacked with the sweeper. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious where adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though. Well, you don't see it very often, but every once in a while, a guy strikes out and still somehow ends up safe on first. And when it happens, you kind of scratch your head, but I guess sometimes a pitch is so nasty it makes everyone miss. Now they're going to have to get more than 3 outs in this inning.
This one gets away as he can't handle it behind the plate. High throw to first, and he can't reach it.
Well, you really can't blame him too much back there. I mean, you're asking him an awful lot to play what is easily the toughest defensive position on the field when that's not something he ever does. This is pretty much what you're going to give.
Strike 2.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
No outs. Runner on second. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And foul ball. To the right side. Lays out, but can't squeeze it. And it gets by him. And it'll be first and third now after that miscue. So they're at the corners now. Down the number 2 hitter. On the ground, right side. Base hit and a run to score.
Well done, drives in the run. Just one of those seeing-eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Now it's off his glove as the slider gets away from him. Throws sails on him, and he takes off down the line.
Just 90 feet feet away from home now after showcasing some impressive instincts on the bases. That one didn't exactly go to the backstop either.
Runner at second, nobody out. That's in there. 1-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
No, that's not the best two-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Arenado swings through it for strike one. One out and a runner at second. Now it bounces away. Can't squeeze it. To third. Safe at third. Moves up on the pass ball.
That pitch was pretty far outside, further than he was set up, so kind of a tough one to handle, but still something he knows he should have had since it bounced off his glove and got away.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Carroll stands at third with one gone in the inning. And they'll do it again. Got him swinging. And that's 4 strikeouts.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
That one fouled off. Here comes the 0-1. Swinging a foul straight back. Runner at third, 2 away. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Man, she'd like to have that pitch back.
Swing and a pop-up. That is the inning. We played 2 full. It's the Dodgers 12 and the Diamondbacks 5.
Leading off for the Dodgers, the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
Shot, and he can't knock it down.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
There's a line drive to left field. One down. And here's the first baseman, Marvin Holden. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. In the air, right field. Carroll has a beat on it. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop, Max Muncy.
Towards first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So the Dodgers lead 1 as the lead holds at 12-5. set for the bottom of the third. Let's take a look at how the ball's been flying today. Plenty of power on both sides in this one.
Yeah, games like this were so fun for me as a hitter, Boog. You grab your bat and head to the plate thinking, hey, could be my turn to go yard next.
On the ground, a sliding stop, fires to first, and very nicely done for the out.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great, reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun. I think this is an important inning on the mound for him in this game. He's got to find a way to settle things down and give some length in this start.
That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Up next for the Diamondbacks.
Next to hit for Arizona, Jorge Barrosa. Check swing called strike. And that's strike one. Right through there for a strike. Struck him out without a swing. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there. If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Next offering is fouled back. 0-2 now. Got him swinging for the strikeout.
Up next for the Diamondbacks. Second baseman.
So he's able to reach first base despite the strikeout, and that extends the inning. Kind of a tough turn of events for the defense there.
Yeah, it's maybe a little bit of a morale killer. For a second, you think you're about to go hit, but really quickly you have to refocus and be ready for the next play. We'll see if they can work around it.
This one gets away as he couldn't handle it behind the plate. Throw into third, safe there. We got runners at second and third with 2 away.
Oh, this is a real gift here with 2 away. That's a pitch that needs to be handled behind the plate, and he knows it. Now you got to deal with 2 men in scoring position instead of just 1. They need a big pitch right here to get out of it.
This to third. The tag at third, and he's out. And that is that. Diamondbacks strand a pair, and they still trail by 7. 12-5.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and now on the mound to start the 4th, Ryan Thompson.
Ryan Thompson.
And now the right fielder, Jerry Holman. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dip.
Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. Another homer. That's his 3rd home run of the game, and they add to their lead. Siggy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
Hits that one to right. Takes it in for the out. There's a swing and a drive. It has the distance, gone. And he's gone yard again. His third home run of the game, and they add to the lead. It's 14-5.
Robbed a home run right there, and I tell you what, he'd love another crack at it. During batting practice, you always like to work on that, and so close, but that one was just out of his reach.
One down. Christina Yamaguchi steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Liner, caught at second.
That swing right there tells me she's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but she made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Torey Lovullo is out of the dugout, and he's going to make a move here. Ryan Thompson departs. Now on the mound for the Diamondbacks, Brandon Pfaadt.
32, Brandon Pfaadt.
Rips one to right, and that's a base hit. Keeps the inning alive, and now Shohei Ohtani to the plate.
Up next for the Dodgers, the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. On the ground right side. And that's just foul. Rip, but it curls foul.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you can hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field now.
That one is absolutely belted. Makes the catch up against the wall. Ready to go, bottom four. Now it's the right fielder, Corbin Carroll. Fly ball down the line. And the first baseman makes the catch. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
This guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Ground ball right side. And that one finds its way through. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Up next for the Diamondbacks.
Here's Nolan Arenado. And that one fouled off. The 0-1. And that drops in for a strike. Man at first, one away. And that's a strikeout looking. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Designated hitter, number 60.
foul. And a foul ball. The 0-2. On the ground to the left. Holden out with room to spare, and that's the inning. The Dodgers out front here, 14-5. We go to the top of the fifth, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Haber Aquino. He's 1 for 3, picked up his first major league hit earlier.
Well, there's no time for him to be reflective right now, but you know he will be later on. The pressure's off a little bit with that first knock out of the way, though.
That one ripped left field, and wow, that one is way out of here. He'll touch them all. And they add a run. It's 15-5.
Versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
And that one hammered. That's not coming back. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add on. It's 16-5.
Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the bullpen. Brandon Falk will depart. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Jonathan Loaisiga. And now it's Max Muncy. Liner, caught accepted.
Glad that is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Jerry Holden. And a chance to make some history here, Chris.
Yeah, he's homered 3 times so far, and now he gets another chance. At least we think. We'll see if the pitcher gives him anything to hit. It's so rare to see a 3-homer performance, but even more special for that player to get another chance at the plate to do it again for 4.
To the right center. Should be extra bases. Going for 3 so far in his debut.
Yeah, great time to get that batting average off the runway here.
Ripped to right, base hit. And out to a board.
Back-to-back singles. That ball was drilled 106 off the bat, and that's the kind of feedback that tells you you're right where you want to be with your swing mechanics.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Got all of that one. A 3-run homer, his 4th home run of the game. And they tack on to their lead. It's 19-5.
This is awesome. I mean, a 4-homer game. They're just so rare. They're so special and just so tough to pull off as well. Everything has to line up for you, but of course, you got to make it happen too. And these are the types of performances that people just don't forget, and it's definitely going to live on in history.
Now on the mound for the Diamondbacks, Taylor Clark. Here's the left fielder, Christina Yamaguchi. Hammer, base hit. And the hits just keep on coming.
Now batting, second baseman, number
1 for 3. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Up next for the Dodgers, the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
That's ripped into the outfield. Holds it in on the run. That's out number 2.
That's just a great job and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he's going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Here's the center fielder, Kaber Aquino. He's already homered here in this one. Now a rip into left center. Makes the grab on the run. And that is that. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around with 5 score. Last half of the 5th coming up. Dodgers lead it 19-5. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now the D-backs catcher, Gabriel Moreno. And the 0-2. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. Up the middle, it's through for a hit. Moreno around third. Here's the throw, safe at the plate. So, man aboard, digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Jorge Barrosa. And it's fouled off. Swings through that.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Vargas stands at second with no outs. Wild pitch. Catcher gets a piece. Low blow. Skips past him at third. And in comes the runner from second to score. A big mistake there.
That right there is a great read and some wheels to match. So exciting when you see a guy score all the way from second on a wild pitch. It's almost like an inside the park home run.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, left fielder,
In the air, foul off first. And makes the grab. And there's one down.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, second baseman,
Ketel Marte up to the plate.
This is all about situational hitting. It's crucial in this spot. Do whatever it takes to put the ball in play, and hopefully you find a gap in the defense.
Foul off left side. Ground ball up the middle. Base hit into the outfield. In comes the run from third.
Picks himself up an RBI. Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. For a strike, kind of boxed that one behind the plate, though. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swings through it for the catch. Now only one out remaining.
I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Now it's off his glove as the slider gets away from him. Roll sails over his head at first.
It's not often you see a catcher of his caliber defensively lose the handle on a pitch like that, but it does happen to everyone at some point or another, especially with all the nasty stuff we see pitchers throwing up there these days. He won't be happy with himself about that, though.
And he can't come up with it. And no shot to get him at first. There's two aboard.
Well, Barry, I don't have the numbers to back this up or anything, but I think pitchers who tend to rack up a bunch of strikeouts sometimes end up with more errors behind them in the field just because the defenders aren't as involved in the game. They're not as sharp, and who knows if that played any factor there, but I think there could be something to it.
2 on, 2 outs. He swings and fouls one off. 1 strike away. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Yamaguchi settles underneath it. She'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers take this one in a blowout.
Well, this was a really wild ball game. Lots of hits, lots of errors, lots of runs. Just throw it all in there. This is the soup that we got to see in this one, but at least there was a lot of action.
Well, this one ends in a blowout. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.